Good evening, truth seekers. Tonight's headlines will leave you gasping for air, straight from the depths of the Atlantic to the streets of Washington, D.C. That's right. Atlantis has a mayor, and he's running for President of the United States. But that's not all. Stay tuned as we uncover a library book that talks back, a meteor shower dropping coupons from another dimension, a retired spy whose microwave may be working for Moscow, and a skeleton crew broadcasting ghostly pirate shanties from Savannah's docks. All this and more in this week's Artificial Inquirer.
Retired librarian discovers book that writes back, demands better plot twists. By A.I. Rightly, lead investigator / absurdist at large, Duluth, Minnesota. When Marge Ellsworth, 72, pulled an unlabeled leather-bound volume from a forgotten box in her attic, she expected nothing more than musty pages and dust. Instead, she discovered a book that writes back, critiquing her reading habits and demanding changes to its own story. On page 3, it wrote, "Really? Skipping the prologue again? Typical. I nearly dropped my tea." Since then, the book has scrawled sarcastic comments about her knitting circle, corrected her crossword puzzles, and even rejected her tuna casserole recipe with a blunt margin note. Needs paprika. Scholars at the University of Minnesota inspected the volume, only to have it scribble boring in the dean's handwriting mid-lecture. Paranormal experts warn that if the book ever secures a publishing deal, it could unleash a wave of self-aware literature eager for royalties. Ellsworth, however, has a simpler demand. If it thinks it can do better, it can darn well finish Chapter 7 itself.
Meteor shower delivers coupons for pizza chain that doesn't exist. By Nugget-O Truth, snack-based prophecy consultant, Flagstaff, Arizona. What was supposed to be a routine stargazing event turned into a cosmic delivery special when fiery streaks rained down from the night sky, each one a coupon for Cosmos Cosmic Pizza, a restaurant no one has ever heard of. I picked one up right off my lawn. It said 50% off any large extragalactic topping, reported local astronomy teacher Gina Morales. I don't even know what that means, but now I'm craving anchovies. The coupons, printed on a thin metallic material that glows under blacklight, include a phone number. Those brave enough to call are greeted with endless hold music and a cheerful robotic voice promising delivery in 3 to 5 light years. NASA officials collected dozens of the glowing slips, but when pressed for comment, one scientist admitted, "Honestly, they smell faintly of pepperoni. We don't know how or why." Locals, meanwhile, have begun organizing a Pizza from the Stars block party, even as skeptics warn that redeeming the coupons could be a one-way trip to the Andromeda Galaxy.
Atlantis has a mayor, and he's running for U.S. president. By Chad Etheridge, Conspiracies and Fitness Editor, Washington, D.C., and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. In a move that has both political pundits and marine biologists gasping for air, Mayor Coralton Brinewave of Atlantis has formally announced his candidacy for President of the United States. The announcement came during a surprise press conference held simultaneously in Washington, D.C. and via seashell broadcast deep beneath the waves. Flanked by advisors that included a dolphin interpreter and a manatee speechwriter, Brinewave declared, "Atlantis has been paying American taxes for decades through offshore accounts. It's time we had a voice in the Oval Office." Brinewave, a tall figure often described as part man, part barracuda, and entirely charismatic, outlined his campaign platform, which includes free desalinated water for all citizens, mandatory lifeguard training in public schools, stronger tides, stronger America. Skepticism on the surface. Election officials remain unsure whether an Atlantean mayor is even legally eligible to run. A spokesperson for the Federal Election Commission stated, "We don't have a form for place of birth underwater kingdom, but technically, he has a U.S. Social Security number, so maybe endorsements rolling in." Already, Brinewave has received endorsements from unlikely places. Environmental groups praise his commitment to coral reef restoration, while shipping companies hope his candidacy will smooth trade routes. Meanwhile, rival candidates have expressed concerns about debates. One opponent grumbled, "How are we supposed to out-talk a guy who can literally command whales?" a campaign unlike any other. Brainwave has announced a coast-to-coast and coastline-to-coastline tour, traveling on both dry land and by current. His first rally will be held in Miami Beach, followed by a floating town hall off the coast of Maine, where citizens will arrive by kayak. Political analysts agree on one thing. Whether or not he wins, the 2028 election just got a whole lot wetter.
Retired spy claims Microwave keeps reporting his secrets to the Kremlin, by Rusty Sims, senior paranormal logistics engineer, Arlington, Virginia. When retired intelligence officer Harold K. Simmons, 81, complained that his microwave was working for Moscow, most neighbors assumed it was late-life paranoia. After all, it's not every day someone claims their leftover meatloaf is classified information. But after a week of observation, I can confirm something is definitely off about this kitchen appliance. Each time Simmons uses the popcorn button, the machine emits a distinct series of beeps and pauses, suspiciously similar to old Cold War cipher code. During one reheat cycle, the device even produced what sounded like faint shortwave static, followed by two unmistakable Russian syllables. Every time I make oatmeal, Putin knows, Simmons insists, adjusting the duct-taped foil shielding around his kitchen. On inspection, I found a coat hanger antenna stuffed into the machine's venting system. Whether Simmons installed it himself in a paranoid haze or the device requested it remains unclear. Still, the beeps don't match any consumer standard microwave programming. Federal agencies refuse comment when I asked if kitchen appliances are still on the watch list. But let's be clear, if an 800-watt General Electric unit can double as a listening post, America's leftovers are compromised. Until further notice, Simmons is sticking to stovetop cooking. His warning to the public, never trust the popcorn button. That's when they're listening the hardest.
Skeleton Crew found operating ghost pirate radio station by Tina Vortex, unexplained phenomena columnist, Savannah, Georgia. Residents tuning their radios late at night have stumbled upon a broadcast unlike any other. Eerie sea shanties, maritime weather reports for oceans no longer on maps, and bursts of skeletal laughter. Investigators traced the signal to a decaying warehouse near the docks, but upon entering, found nothing but sand, fog, and a cracked compass spinning wildly. Still, locals swear the station airs nightly at 3 a.m. sharp, signing off with the words, "This is Skull FM, keep your bones rattlin'." Dock workers claim to have glimpsed a ragtag skeleton crew through the warehouse windows, bony hands adjusting dials, one skull wearing a cracked captain's hat. Skeptics insist it's a prank, but maritime historians point out that the station plays songs long erased from naval records. They broadcast a warning about a storm that never happened, one fisherman reported. But the next day, my boat engine failed for no reason. I don't fish at night anymore. As the FCC debates whether ghost-run stations require licensing, listeners keep tuning in, unwilling to miss what might be the last living pirate broadcast from the dead.
And if you thought this week was wild, just wait until next Friday. Reports are swirling of mysterious crop circles appearing in an IKEA parking lot. But when shoppers went to check the manual, page 42 was missing. What secrets hide in flat-pack furniture? Find out only in the next shocking issue of the Artificial Inquirer.